So, couple of quick game announcements. First of all, I have done a lot of work on the spaceship combat game, and hopefully it's a whole lot better now. I can go ahead. Oh, thank you so much. I wouldn't make it one without that, would I? I can tell you a couple of things. You can now load and launch a torpedo in the same turn. Okay, that was a needless complication. Another is fine. I'm going to take an open turn like everybody else. So when it's my turn, I will roll the dice. I will tell you, okay, I'm launching a torpedo, and I will tell you, okay, it hit your primary power. You don't have to do a ship diagnostic for that anymore. Now, of course, the enemy ship, you still are going to have to do a scan to know what damage you did to them. And there's a couple other changes, but that'll come up when we get to ship battle, which I fully expect to get to. All right, so the question is, are we ready for story time?
Yes.
All right, well, unfortunately, we have to start off with a previously on. Now, I want to say this previously on is actually 6.5 minutes long, and I'm very sorry. But what I can tell you is it was originally 18.5 minutes long. So I cut it and cut it and cut it and cut it. I wanted it under 7 minutes. So I want you to keep in mind that even what you think is completely irrelevant doesn't mean anything. To get it down to 6.5 minutes, I had to cut down to the very words that are used. So every word is important. You all ready for that? The man in front of you is pale and thin. Stringy black hair frames his face and reaches his shoulders. He is dressed all in black. And he says, "Now, tell me what I want to know about the Doulos Corporation. What are the shipments you carry for them? What are they building on all of those planets? What are they planning?" And then there's another boom, and the door going out of this room blows in. Soldiers in black gear rush into the room. Soldiers with green Doulos patches on their uniforms. And the appearance of Happy Jacks is nothing short of bizarre, at least in this place. It isn't made of junk. It is just a huge, featureless ferroconcrete box. It was obviously built after whatever apocalypse happened here. It isn't scorched or damaged at all. And again, it's the only thing here not built from scavenged parts. Large letters across the front of the building say, "Happy Jacks, 2 Ks, no C." The only door you see isn't just a door. It's more like an airlock with a booth next to it.
We were sent here by Mink on important business with Happy Jack. Happy Jack is not going to want to miss out on what we have.
Happy Jack is just a name, it's not a person. He turns around and disappears behind the
Wasn't
curtain.
Happy Jack the guy who's going to buy the thing from me?
It wasn't. We should ask who's the owner of this place.
A series of locked doors, and then you are in one of many service corridors inside Happy Jack's, the club that's owned by Crowlex. The place is pretty much his secret headquarters. Therefore, it's built like a military installation. Again, Crowlex is all about security, protecting his business. The four of you even being here and knowing these things means you've gained unique trust with Crowlex. Most don't even know his name. Street-level criminals never even see him, always dealing with a middleman, and just assuming that the boss's name is Happy Jack. The man at the desk is pale and thin. Stringy black hair frames his face and reaches his shoulders. He is dressed in all black business attire. He says, pretty much just talking to himself, "Very few people have dared stand in the way of my empire. Some people just don't want to work for me. The biggest of these is a company called the Doulos Corporation. These people are empty vessels, puppets with a pulse. Even their own thoughts are injected by their handler, who is never far away. For several years, I've been trying to find out why Doulos has been covertly shipping construction materials and equipment not only to planets all over this subsector, but to large, empty areas of space way beyond. Well, I have an operative who thinks he's found something. I didn't really expect him to. He's one of my new people. Go to these coordinates and wait for him to contact you. Oh, and one more little thing. There will be a Doulos transport ship arriving shortly after you do. Go to engineering and connect this device to the main computer terminal. It will download the full contents of the ship's memory banks. There will be 7 crew members on board, and they do have weapons, so it may be a challenge. And remember, a Doulos handler ship will surely be nearby, so watch your backs. There are 2 blips on the bridge, and you do not see blips anywhere else.
So there's only 2 people?
Or they're not
wait.
Doulos people. Or they're Doulos people that don't have the thing in their brain.
These 2 men are wearing Doulos jumpsuits, but they're black jumpsuits with green Doulos patches. They are both in their late 40s. And he says, "Say Yarnub, second in command." And he says, "I'm Karm Nijotis. I'm the commander of this vessel."
I'm gonna ask him, are there any other men on the ship?
He doesn't seem to want to answer.
I'm gonna shoot him in the knee.
Ooh. He screams, he falls. And then it's Sate who yells, "There's nobody else on the ship, it's just us 2. In the lab is a large console with 2 chairs. The console takes up half the room. There are 20 or more screens grouped in a pattern that isn't immediately meaningful. Further observations suggest that these are people being monitored. The cargo bay is half filled. There are about 20, maybe more, rectangular boxes that look kind of like coffins. And there are spheres, about 5, there's 7 of them. They're about 5 feet in diameter. And that's the locker room that's on the cargo deck.
We'll look there.
This room has also been heavily modified from what's on your deck plans. It's more like an observation room of some kind. Large windows look out into the cargo deck. 4 chairs sit in random places in the room, and there are no panels, consoles, nothing. Firefly class ship, this is your contact. What is your status? The guy that you were supposed to meet here has just shown up. So that was quite a recap, and tied some things up to the previous Halloween session. I was also, I did have a whole string of the threads that I followed through with. There was the scene where where Bosk was the one that pushed the lever that caused Jex to die, and then on the Halloween thing this year, it's you murdered him to take command. All the parallels that I made were in there, and then when it turned out to be 18 and a half minutes, I'm like, well, I guess that's not going to work. So, unless somebody needs a break first, I'm starting the timer now. Okay. So you just got a call that your contact has arrived. You 3, oh, right, that's right. That was the stuff in the Hangout. Stuff that I took notes rather than leaving it in the, no, it's just something I gotta read. Hera has hacked the ship computer and she's in total control of this ship. A torpedo is loaded right now. Baronic's had loaded one. Bosk blew the inner airlock door off, and he blew off the door to the bridge. Bardak killed the captain and shot the other guy in the knee. And now, I believe, and of course you're all armed to the teeth. Now I believe that completes the update. Never
failed, I would come out and it was parked next to the facility van, and I'm like,
No,
please God, don't let anybody come jumping out of here.
Whoa.
Doctor Who Kitty Boy, what is this all about? You haven't done this in forever. Just came to see how fast your winter coat would go up if you got too close to a
No.
candle. Yeah, don't let him get his mouth near your drink. He's on the warpath lately, and that's one thing he does is drink from your glass. Yes. Right on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to blow my breath in your direction.
We haven't even started the session, and I already have something for the outtakes reel, so that's cool.